today we are making our way to Thousand Trails Indian Lakes, which is in Indiana. Once we get there and get all set up, we'll show you around the campground and all the amenities that they have there. Remember to stick around till the end of the video, because we'll talk about what we liked and disliked about this campground.
At Indian Lakes, and we're a little confused. There's signage up for both Thousand Trails and KOA. We're using our Thousand Trails membership. I don't know if there's two separate campgrounds or what. Let's go find out. There are two different campgrounds, one for Thousand Trails members and one for KOA campers. The Thousand Trails website boasts 1,000 sites. However, this is a mix of seasonal and overnight sites.
The power pedestal's on this side of this campsite, but your water and your sewer hookup is on the other side of it. Odd, isn't it? Here's the other side of the RV, and you can see where the sewer and water hookup is. But then you see for the next campsite, you have a water hookup, a power hookup, and your sewer hookup all on the same side. Isn't that odd? No consistency from one site to the next. Now this site only has water and electric hookup. And the water hookup is way over in our campsite. If you can see, there's two faucets. One of them's theirs and one of them's ours. And look how far it is away from their campsite. And that's their power box too. Same thing goes for the next few sites. It's just set up all weird. Here's our grill. It's just filled with trash. Doesn't seem like that their staff comes around to clean these sites after people leave. And if they do, it's not often enough. You got cigarette butts, you got all kinds of rags and trash in there. And then you come over to our fire pit, which we didn't use at all. So it's right on top of the next site. Didn't want to burn the other people's truck. And then you look in here, people just leave trash in there. You see a metal piece in there, you see a couple metal pieces in there, there's some broken glass. There's actually a board in here. Yeah, there's actually a circuit board in here. Circuit board, rusty metal, lovely. So this campsite over here is a KOA campsite. These campsites over here are all Thousand Trails. And this all over here, this is all KOA campsites.
Because this is both a Thousand Trails and a KOA, the sites are separated, but all the amenities are shared. There are several cabins here, but most are in need of major repairs and not being used. There are 3 bathhouses in the entire campground, including the KOA section. The bathrooms were clean, but could use some updating. There are 2 laundry rooms in the campground. So there is a dump station here and a propane filling station. And there's a couple of places with dumpsters, like the one behind us. This is the family lodge. Behind it is the first of 2 pools. The second pool has a splash pad area. Both are open seasonally, starting on Memorial Day.
There's a nice sized parking lot right next to this pool we just showed you. So there's plenty of parking if you're coming here to swim in the summer.
On beautiful Tall Oaks Lake, you can take out your boat or kayak, but swimming and jet skis are not allowed.
Here we have a central activity area where you'll find volleyball, basketball, cornhole, horseshoes, a playground and a picnic area.
The dog park, like all of the activities, is shared by both campgrounds. It is across from the recreation building and a large pavilion. There is a small store at the KOA office, and you can also get gas here, which is very convenient. Across the road is an RV dealership. The majority of the Thousand Trails campground was dedicated to seasonal sites, not open to overnight members. Here are some of the seasonal sites.
How much is that kitty in the window? Leia, what are you doing?
Well, thanks for sticking around until the end of the video. During this part, we like to talk about what we liked and what we didn't like about the campground. So, what do you want to start with?
Let's start with likes first.
Okay, got one?
Yeah, we really like the amenities at this campground. There's plenty there to do, so if you really don't want to go anywhere during the week, you can just hang out at the campground.
Yeah, and I like the fact that there was a gas station right there and an RV dealership right across the street.
Yeah, so you don't have far to go to get gas.
Very convenient.
So now for the dislikes. One of the dislikes we had with this campground was how the sites are laid out. In the standard section where we were at, the utilities from one site to the next were laid out differently. Like some of the campsites, you had your electric and your water on one side and your sewer on the other, and vice versa. And then some of the other sites weren't full hookups. So you just had water and electric, and then your water and your electric hookup was way far away from your site, close to your neighbor's site behind you. So it was just inconvenient in that respect.
And confusing. You got there and you didn't know what belonged to you, what belonged to your neighbor. It was confusing.
Yeah. And then, yeah, the neatness, you know, coming to a campsite that had trash in the fire pit, trash in the grill, you know, that's not something you want to come into.
No, and that was more the Thousand Trails side, right?
Yeah.
Like the KOA sites looked like they were pretty well taken care of.
Yeah.
But then the Thousand Trails sites were a mess.
Yes. It's like they weren't keeping up with the Thousand Trails as much.
Yeah. For me, the biggest drawback was the cabins. So they had lovely cabins that were right around the lake.
Yeah.
And they were shut down. We could tell when we got there that they weren't being maintained.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell you, I took Orton for a walk one night, and literally a raccoon popped his head out of the roof. And there's not even caution tape or anything up around them.
Yeah.
So they really need to do something with those. I think there's one or two, maybe a few of them that are actually renovated and open.
Yeah.
But the cabins were really a mess.
Yeah, and they don't really look like cabins. They just look like houses. So.
Yeah, they look like small houses.
Yeah, so you don't really have that cabin feel that you would want to have if you're going to stay in a cabin for a week, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so it was a little odd, just the KOA and the Thousand Trails together. I just thought it was an odd setup. We didn't know exactly what was happening when we pulled in.
Yeah, 'cause we weren't expecting that when we first got there. We saw the KOA, I'm like, did we go to the wrong address or something?
And even the
and then
map.
we saw the other name right next to it. I was like, okay, we're at the right place. Let's just go check this out and see what's going on.
And even the map they gave us said KOA on it. You know, the outside said Thousand Trails, the inside map said KOA. It was just very confusing. And even to this day, if you go to both websites, they don't tell you that they're two campgrounds together.
So what happened was, it's a Thousand Trails campground originally, but because they're not as a popular name as KOA, KOA came in, I guess. I don't know if they had a partnership going on or what have you, but they came in and they put in almost 100 sites of their own. And I guess that'll help bring in a lot of people to stay there more often than if it was just Thousand Trails members.
Yeah, it was just very odd. Like, we didn't know if we could use the KOA amenities or not, which you can, but like when we first got there, we were just really confused about it.
Yeah, if you're a Thousand Trails member, they tell you to go in and find a site. But when we went inside there to find a site, we started off over in the KOA section thinking we could get one of those sites, not knowing any better until one of their staff members came over on a golf cart and told us, you guys can't park over here if you're Thousand Trails members. This is for the KOA guests.
And they weren't very nice about it. I won't say they were
They weren't rude about it, but it seemed like they had to deal with this often.
Yeah.
So, you know, when they tell you to go in and find a site, you're not thinking, oh, I gotta find something that's not a KOA site.
Yeah, they never even
They
told
don't
us
say
like the
anything about
numbers
that.
or anything like what we were supposed to be looking for.
Yeah. Then that was confusing too. You're trying to figure out, okay, is this a KOA? Is it alright? You know?
Right, right. I mean, I did enjoy our time there. I wouldn't mind going back.
Yeah,
It was
we would
just
go back there.
confusing at the beginning.
Yeah, well, and we actually do plan on going back there. So I think we might be going out west again soon. So when we do, that'll be one of our stops again. It's convenient.
Mm-hmm.
It's close, you know, within what 4 or 5 hours of where we live. So we can get there on our first day, or you know, take it easy and get there on our second day.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I wouldn't not go to this. This one, there's some I would not go back to.
Yeah.
This one is not one of those, but you do need to be aware of some of these things that we told you in the video.
Yeah.
Before you go.
Now I guess there is a premium section too, where you can also camp at, and those hookups are pretty decent. They're all on the right sides, and the sites are nicely spaced. You know, you don't have that confusion like you do in the standard site section.
Right. The other thing is there was a lot of seasonal sites.
Yeah.
For the Thousand Trails section, so I don't know what the exact number was on that one.
Right,
but
I would
there
say
was a lot.
70 to 80% of the campsites out of the 1,000 campsites that they advertise having there at Thousand Trails are residential and seasonal.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a trend with Thousand Trails and Encore campgrounds. It's hard to find one that doesn't have that. So.
Yeah, and we didn't know that getting this membership.
No, not to this level. We knew there was going to be a few like that, but especially the Encores, it seems like it's a big thing down in Florida, especially. You know.
Yeah.
We have one more thing to talk to you guys about. For a while now, we've been ending our campground tour videos with this like and dislike segment, and we wanted to know what you guys think about it. So if you could leave us comments down in the comment section if you'd like to see us continue to do this segment at the end of our campground videos. Do you think this is a help to you guys? Yeah, please let us know down in the comment section below.
Yeah, and if you have any other questions, please leave those in the comment section below. And give us a thumbs up, give us a like. It really does help us out a lot.
And hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
To watch more videos like this one, then watch one of these videos.